Hi, I'm Julliette Frasier Salter. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I hope you were able to watch this morning, and I see my shadow is back. Once we get that overhead light in here, I don't know how I'm going to be able to stand it without having a shadow, but I bet you I can learn, huh? Okay, so if you see, we put in a stormy sky up here, and notice how the sun is setting into here. So that's a very unusual sky. We want to now add a little bit more of a light colored blue in here and there. Maybe not. I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. Do you notice it's dry? So now we're going to start on the landscape. So in doing that, I'm going to use this brush to start off with. It is plaid. It's a flat 505578. As you can see, I've never used it before, so I thought I'd try it today. Plaid has some really fantastic brushes. I just like brushes, we all know that. Alright, so now I am starting with burnt umber, and I'm going to come across here. Now, if you note, I don't know if you can see this, so I'm going to start right in here. What I am doing is putting in the landscape right here, and I'm scrubbing it in, but I want it to be higher in the center than on the sides. Remember, whenever you're painting, and you can always take more of the sky to make it a little higher. Oh, I like that effect. Now look, when you don't want your center to be exactly in the middle of the painting, so I'm going to, what can I do? Which side should I move it to? I really like that, so I'm going to move a little bit over here too, so that it doesn't actually show the center. Now that's not, oh there we are, we're lifting it off now. Now see how I have lifted this off and allowed the orange that was already there to show through. So I like this effect. Looks like an Indian mound there. I'm going to pull it over some more. Yeah, I like the way my skyline or my landscape is showing here. So now we're going to come down from there. So I'm going to continue with the burnt umber. I'll start putting dark sienna and oranges as I get down here, because we'll eventually reflect the sun in this. Okay, so see how I'm scrubbing this in? Now, there we go. And this actually sets that skyline, your landscaping, further back when you do that. I don't know if you can see that because it's so subtle. Let's see if I can take off some more paint here, and I can make up planes here that will really make it look good. Alright, let me wipe this brush. Get another brush and see if I can scrub it in. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, now we're working here. So I really am liking this. Hi Genevieve, thank you for watching. I'm so happy when I look up and see y'all's names. Before, I have not been able to find y'all's names once the video is over. So I'm really happy when I see that you're watching. Thank you. I hope you were watching this morning, Genevieve, when I was telling everybody about the painting you sent me yesterday and how wonderful it was. Let me tell you what, I have taught Genevieve a lot of classes, and she has helped me teach a lot of classes. But I can tell you right now, she has stood to her own person to create and to advance her own creativity in her own style. And I'm so proud of her for that. Alright, so what I'm doing is just adding this burnt umber in here. Now I'm going to start adding some dark sienna in here. Now I am using a Bob Ross brush, but see how I have the end of it taped? This way I know that it is designated for acrylic painting. I don't have to worry about picking it up. because you don't want to use your same brush, or I don't, let's put it that way. I don't want to use the same brushes in acrylic that I do for oil painting. And see how this one has flared out, and that's from using it in acrylics. My oil brushes do not look like that. Here's one. See the difference in how they look? I'm holding them side by side here. Big difference, huh? And it's not just because it has paint in it. So now I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna put in a little, oh yeah, isn't that pretty? Look at that. And I'm just doing it here and there. Now, Genevieve, I have never painted this style painting before, so there you go. Now I'm wiping this out, and I am using an old dirty, well, these are clean, but it's an old cloth, and it can be rewashed. So, but we have a hard time here, I don't know about everywhere else, finding paper products. Now, I'm going to put some of this orange in here because I'm going to lighten this up. Oh yeah. Look at that. Isn't it amazing what you can do just scrubbing a brush in? Look at that. I'm going to turn it over and use the other side. I'm going to stand back and look at it, because see how my eye is just going up into the clouds when you look at it. So. Now I'm all about having 3 values. You want dark, medium, and light. Now I am starting to put some Indian yellow in this. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh yeah. Now, as I said this morning, I have a friend of mine that paints these smooth landscaping, but his are absolutely gorgeous. They're nothing like this. I put way more detail in it than he does. Jimmy, I hope you're watching this afternoon. So, now we're putting some yellow ochre. Oh, these are some pretty colors that are going in here. And this is actually on my painting box, if y'all wonder what I'm painting on. We, last, I guess it was Saturday, huh? When we painted the landscaping, and I painted on the other side of my box. So today, it's amazing when you move what you find. I could not find this. I had looked everywhere. Okay, I'm shaking the easel. I also dug out my Bob Ross easel that had never been taken out of the box. Now, I'm going to put a little of this color I have in my brush right up in here. There we go. See how I scrub it in and then kind of, we don't want it exactly straight. It's amazing what you can just, you take your brush and you work with it, and it's really unbelievable what happens. I'm going to put a tiny bit of this Pyro red in this. These acrylics are really working well today. I think it's because of the humidity. Remember, when you use a color, you want to use it in more than one spot. If you don't, your eye is going to wander to that spot and stop. We have another famous painter with us, Judy Barbet. Thank you, Judy, for watching. I'm just really impressed that y'all are all watching me today. I'm getting a little bit nervous here, so don't be too critical. Now, I'm taking some more of that orange, and I'm going to bring it right down into here. Don't want much of it, just a little. Then we're going to put it up into here, right in here, and just pull it through. This is probably the easiest painting you will ever do. I do love oil. I teach Bob Ross, as y'all know, and this is one of his brushes. He's probably letting me have it from somewhere. A little humor, very little, huh? Now I want that to kind of fade off. So see how I'm softening the very edges of this? That just makes it fade back into the sky. But it's going to allow your eye, I'm afraid it's taken away from it. I might have to put that dark color back in. Because you always want your eye to flow to the center. You don't want anything to catch it on the sides. So I am adding burnt umber with a tiny bit of Mars Black. And these are golden, heavy-bodied paints. I'm going to make it a little thicker on that side. And then over here also. Yeah, we don't want it to... And see how I'm scrubbing it in? That gives it more of a landscape look to it. Now, with this same brush, I'm going to add some of this burnt sienna to soften this. Too much paint in my brush, wipe it out. So as I was saying earlier, it is hard to find paper towels, or good paper towels, because I like Viva. And, alright. So I'm hoping y'all like this, because I'm really beginning to like it. Now I'm going to put some yellow ochre down here in the very bottom, right along this. Now I have colors throughout in the burnt tones and the yellows and oranges, and then I have this sky that where the clouds are rolling into it. This is unusual. It's not the kind that I normally paint, but I saw this painting on, I told y'all earlier, on Las Vegas, and the series. I only had it on for a few minutes, and don't find fault with me, but I just like Tom Selleck. I just like what he's doing to families with his thing about borrowing money. And oh, it's only a credit line. Well, it has to be paid back, and your entire inheritance will be lost right there. So anyway, I don't care for him anymore. Just my thought. So I was watching Las Vegas the other night. Nothing else seemed to be on. First time I'd watched it, and then he came on. Then I realized that's the reason I never watched it. But before he came on, there was a young man standing up by a painting, and it inspired me to do something like this. It's nothing like the painting, but anyway. It gave me an idea, and I went with it. Idea. And you know what? Well, let's see. Maybe a little right through here. I'll be heading to Colorado next week, or this week, and I hope that I'll do a plein air for y'all. If you've never painted plein air, it is absolutely wonderful to do. I've taught several classes that were plein air, and everybody's interpretation is completely different of the same subject. We did Meeker, Longs Point and Meeker, I think is what they are. And the humidity, I'm seeing myself in the camera, and the humidity is very high after that tropical storm came through. And so my hair is curling. So anyway, I hope you like this painting. I want to put my information up here for you to see. It has been a wonderful day, and I hope that the rest of your day is filled with lots of love and laughter. And I'll hope to see you Thursday. We'll see how the trip goes. Bye.